Hey guys, welcome to another reading. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at what people think of you when they first meet you. I'm going to do this reading based on people's general perceptions of you. But if you would like to apply this to a particular person, you can. It's just I'm going to be speaking as if we're just looking at the general public's perception of you. Okay, when first meeting you. So there are 3 paths to choose from. The timestamps are in the description box below. And I'll see you at your pile. Hi Pile 1, welcome to your reading to see what people think of you when they first meet you. Sorry about the outside noise, people are moving around their bins outside. Hopefully it's not too distracting. But what do people think of Pile 1 when they first meet you? What do people think of you when they first meet you? Okay, we got you need to cleanse yourself. What am I getting from this? I'm using my index cards, by the way. They're very specific, but I'm going to be using my intuition to intuit the messages from these cards more than anything. So you need to cleanse yourself. What am I seeing? I'm seeing a water droplet, which, water is about cleansing. There's something about your energy being very refreshing and smooth. It's almost like your energy itself is cleansing. They view you as someone who cleanses people of a bad mood or negative energy. You just have very purifying energy. That's what I'm hearing. Your energy is very purifying to people when they first meet you. Again, like a cool glass of water. Very refreshing. Refreshing makes me think that you're very unique. Whether that's the way that you present yourself in terms of your style or your personality or the way that you think, what you speak about. People just realize that the fact that they're meeting you, it's a rarity because there aren't many people like you. That's how they feel. Okay. That's what they think of you. What else? New relationship. What am I getting from this? So you know that feeling that people get sometimes when they meet someone new that they really like and they want to be that person's friend. They want to spend more and more time with that person actively. That's how people feel when meeting you. Like, they perceive you as someone who's just so interesting and intriguing, probably because you are such a rare person, that they want to just spend more and more time with you. Now I'm seeing people in a car. People may want to hang out with you. And I'm hearing the word casual. So especially if you meet people through work or like in any environment where you can't really be casual, they want to move things outside of work or outside of anything casual, I mean, outside of anything not casual. Then we've got big city. Okay. What am I getting from this? What do people think of you when they first meet you? You have the energy of someone from a big city. I'm being brought to New York, so some of you could be from New York. But even if you're not, you just have the energy of someone who has a very strong personality. Because, people from New York, they're known for having a backbone, like you kind of have to in a city like that. People from small towns, they tend to be a bit more meek and timid. At least that's what I've seen. But yeah, there's something here about you having a very strong personality, a backbone. You're someone who speaks up for yourself. Maybe you're outspoken. You're very direct. There's something here about pace as well, because I'm being brought to the pace in New York that people always talk about. I've never been, but I've always heard people say that New York is very fast paced. So you give off the energy to people that you're someone who really doesn't waste time. You don't have time to waste. You're very direct. You like to save time. Yeah, you don't like to waste time. What else? What do people think of you when they first meet you? There's a seriousness to you, like business-like to you. So even going back to that message about how people want to bring you into, a casual setting just to hang out with you if you've met them in a non-casual setting. Even if you've met them in a non-casual setting, you yourself may just come across as someone who's very serious, very business-like, very stoic, I would say. So people might want you to loosen up. so that they can get close to you, because they genuinely are very interested in you. So for a lot of you in this pile, you experience people being quite full on, I would say, quite pushy. It's like people don't really understand boundaries with you, or at least that's how they act, and it's because they really want to spend time with you, and it's like they're getting you to try and open up in some type of way. Yeah, that, I see how that could be annoying though, because I would be annoyed by an energy like that. But then we got ex-family member. My bad, guys, my bad. My iPad died, and that's what I use to record these readings. So but yeah, like I was saying, people, when they first meet you, they feel like there's a familiarity with you, to the point where they feel like you could be family. Like they feel like you're family from another family, if that makes sense. As if, you know, you're long lost cousins, or there's just some type of like familiarity or closeness that people feel towards you. With that, for those of you who believe in reincarnation and past lives, I feel like a lot of the people that, I feel like you've been around for a while spiritually, and you've met a lot of people through many different lives. So a lot of people that you meet in this life, there will always be a familiarity to you. And being brought to the South Node in the first house in terms of astrology, or South Node conjunct ascendant, that could be what's causing this sense of, you know, familiarity, that I know you from somewhere feeling. So if you have those placements, South Node in the first house, or South Node conjunct the ascendant, even if the South Node is right before the ascendant. Anyway, yeah, there's just, people feel very comfortable with you, very familiar with you, and again, that might make people act in ways that make you feel uncomfortable. So remember to speak. I feel like you would speak up for yourself, considering, you know, the type of person that I'm seeing people view you as. Maybe that's how they know that you're very direct, because you usually find yourself having to tell people to back up a little bit. Then we got small town. Wow. So yeah, like I was talking about earlier, people from small towns, they usually have a timid, meek energy. But I'm not sensing this in your energy. I feel like you have the personality of someone from a big city, but you have the humbleness. Is that what it's called? You have, like, there's a certain type of down-to-earth energy that you have as if you're from a small town. So you have the personality of someone from a big city, but the groundedness of someone from a small town. It's like you're very humble, you're very down-to-earth, but you still have a strong personality, and you know how to assert yourself and get to where you want to be. Yeah. What else? Then we got going broke. What am I feeling from this? How do people perceive you? Going broke. Now I'm seeing a padlock. Going broke and a padlock. I'm hearing that you have a tight grip on your energy. So, because this going broke energy is making me feel like energy is being drained. But then the fact that I saw the padlock, it's like, whenever I see padlocks, in my mind's eye, I think of like protection or security. So it's almost like people perceive you as someone who protects themselves from energy being drained from them. You know, you protect yourself from your energy being drained from people. Again, because you assert yourself, you put up boundaries. And your energy seems to be very closed off to people, but they still want to get to know you. They still want to spend time with you, hang out with you on a casual level. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Pal 1. If you guys resonated with this reading, please let me know. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can book that through the link below in the description box. And check out the Patreon. You know, the Patreon collective is very small, so whenever I upload readings on there, they're very specific to the people who subscribe. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hi, Part 2. Welcome to your reading about what people think of you the first time that they meet you. So let's see what comes out. I'm going to be using my index cards. These get very specific, but I'm not going to be reading them literally, okay? So Let's see, what do people think of you when they first meet you? How to? We got successful. Okay. What am I getting from this successful card? There's something here about you guys naturally gaining attention, or you guys naturally shining in some type of way in a social situation. People assume that you're someone, like you're not just a nobody. You could look like you're somebody important. Yeah, there's something here about people just assuming that you're of a higher status, or you're just someone important in some type of way. You carry, I want to say, celebrity energy, but that doesn't really fully encompass what I'm seeing. Like, it's like celebrity energy mixed with high profile, very important person energy, if that makes sense. And like I don't know. You know when like you meet not meet, but you know when you see government officials, they look like they mean business. They look like they're someone important. You know? So that could be how you portray yourself, or that's just the energy that you give off. Okay, then we got not very smart coming out. Okay, what's this about? What do people think of you when they first meet you? So I'm seeing a brain. I'm seeing the imagery of a brain, and it's like lightning strikes. Lightning strikes coming from the brain, or no, coming to the brain. Okay, people don't feel like they're very intelligent around you, because it seems like in conversation with you, people feel as if you're giving them like random sparks of intelligence or information that they never would have known if you didn't speak about it or tell them about it. So yeah, there's something here about maybe you trigger certain insecurities within a lot of people in regards to their intelligence, because it's almost like they feel like they're getting some type of information from you. It's like you're energizing their brain, or you're exercising their brain in some type of way. Yeah, it's like they're having to keep up with you. They're having to find more energy to keep up with you mentally. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. What else? What do people think of you the first time that they meet you? What do people think of you, Power 2, the first time that they meet you? Then we got love bombing friend. Love bombing friend. What am I getting from this? What do people think of you, Power 2, the first time that they meet you? They could turn into love bombers in some type of way. Okay, there's an energy of them wanting to gain. Okay, yeah, confirmation. There's an energy of them wanting to gain as much information, or you know when you meet someone who you feel is so wise or so intelligent, someone who you could learn so much from, and you just want to sit down with them and have hours long conversations with them. I feel like that's the energy that people feel towards you. Like, so they could come across as love bombers because they just want to constantly be around you. That could also feed into this energy of you standing out in some way, or you seeming like you're someone important, because there could just always be people who are trying to latch onto you or latch onto your energy in some type of way. Okay. And I feel like people can see that, because this is obviously coming up in a reading about what they think of you. Then we got go on a break. With this, I'm seeing that what people think of you when they first meet you is that you're someone who constantly needs breaks from social interaction or from other people, or you're constantly someone who disappears. You pop up and then disappear, then come back, disappear again. But yeah, for a lot of you, people might see you as someone who constantly needs to go on breaks from social interactions. It's like you struggle to keep up with typical standard basic small talk. This is giving me the energy of someone who's highly intelligent and a very deep thinker. So keeping up with small talk might be a drain on you, and so you might need to take breaks from typical casual conversation a lot. Unless you're speaking about something that really interests you or speaking about something with depth. Maybe that's also why people feel like they're not very smart when they're speaking to you, because it seems like you only really ever speak when there's like an intricate conversation happening, or, you know, when the topic of conversation is layered, when it has depth, okay? So that's also what people think of you when they first meet you. Some people who take this the wrong way, they could feel like you're kind of bougie or snooty or like you're snobby in some type of way. But that's not your problem. Okay, that's not your problem at all. What else? Are you being authentic? So how are people viewing you? What do people think of you the first time that they meet you? People are not sure whether or not you're really showing them your true, authentic self. They don't really trust that they can trust what they see when it comes to you, because they feel like you're just someone who has a very private energy to you. So it's almost like they don't think that they know enough about you to be sure that what you show of yourself is authentically you. So you may also experience people not trusting you for whatever reason. People who show openly that you're going to have to earn their trust in some type of way. And it's because of this energy, like they think that you don't really show them everything that there is to know about you. And that could cause distrust. But then again, like, who does? Anyone who shows someone entirely who they are in its entirety, the first meeting is like, I'm sorry, I would say that you're pretty dumb for doing that. But obviously you're someone who does the opposite, like, and why would you not? Like, you don't know these people, they're strangers to you. Then we got, you can't trust this person. Yeah, like I was saying, there's an energy of distrust. You can't trust this person. People, what they think of you is that they can't trust you, like I said. But they also get a skeptical energy from you. So maybe they're just picking up on the energy that you're giving out towards them, because they also feel like you feel skeptical of them. You feel like you're not someone who's easy to trust people, who's quick to trust people. People could really want to hover around you as well, hover around your energy, and that might make them seem suspicious to you. So it seems like they don't really help themselves when they do that. Yeah. What else? What do people think of you when they first meet you, Paltu? Then we got co-worker. What do people think of you when they first meet you? You're someone who people can really, really work with very efficiently, very smoothly, very easily. You're very good at working in a team, but at the same time, you're good at working in a team while also keeping yourselves secluded. I heard segregated, but I don't want, but yeah, secluded from other people. But it's like you're very practical. You know how to work with other people to get a goal accomplished or something like that, you know. What else? One last card. What do people think of you when they first meet you? We got this bitch is shady coming out. So yeah, people definitely think that you're shady. Like there's something, or rather a lot of things that they don't see about you that you're not showing about yourself. They might even think that you're completely lying about who you are, especially with the way that you present yourself in some way. Like, I don't know what that's about, but people really just don't trust you. You could come across as very shady to people at first. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for you guys, pal. 2. Are you Pal 2? I think so. Yes, Pal 2. If you would like to book a personal reading, then you can book that through the link below in the description box. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd also like to check out the Patreon, then please feel free to. People who subscribe to the Patreon, they're part of a very small collective of people over there. So readings that I do for people over there are very specific. So check that out if you'd like to. And yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you for listening again, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi Pal 3, welcome to your reading to see what people think of you when they meet you for the very first time. Basically, like, what are people's first impressions of you, you know? So I'm going to be using my index cards. They are very specific, so I'm not going to read them at face value, okay? So if a seemingly negative card comes out, don't freak out. Anyway, what do people think of Pal 3 the first time that they meet Pal 3? What do people think of Pal 3 the first time that they meet Pal 3? You got ex-family member. Okay, ex-family member. What am I getting from this? There's an energy of you guys. I'm seeing a visual. What is it called? A vision. I was going to say a visual. But a vision of you guys keeping yourself very detached from other people. Okay? It's like you don't want to be part of the group. You don't want to be part of the establishment. You don't want to be part of the workplace. You don't want to be seen as a part of the collective. You're keeping yourself as far away as possible. That's the first thing that I'm getting. That's the first thing that people, you know, this might change as people get to know you, but in terms of their first impressions and what they see about you at first and what they think about you at first, yeah, they think that you don't want to be part of the collective, you don't want to be part of the group. You're actually actively trying to not be part of the group, okay? Then we've got recovery. Recovery. What am I getting from this? It seems like people sense a lot of exhaustion in your energy. People think that you are one of the many people in this world who are very tired of people in general. And it's almost like this recovery card it's showing me a visual of you in recovery mode, and people can see that you're in recovery mode, so they might agree to stay away. But it's almost like you're incubating, or what's it called, quarantining in this vision away from everyone else for the purpose of getting better. Oh, my throat. For the purpose of getting better. So hold on, let me drink my water. But yeah, people think at first when they first meet you that the purpose of you keeping this distance, keeping yourself secluded away from everyone else, is for the purpose of recovering from just exhaustion that you have dealing with other people. I feel like people can definitely heavily sense that in your energy, at least currently. Okay, what else? What are people's first impressions? What do people think when meeting Pal 3 for the first time? We got watch your mouth. So there's an intimidation factor with you guys here. People think that you are very intimidating. People think that you're kind of defensive as well. You're very quick to snap at people. That's what I'm seeing, or at least that's the energy that you give off, that you would be very quick to snap on people. And so a lot of people, they think that you're someone who they have to watch what they say towards, you know? Because if they say something that you don't like, you're not going to hesitate to put them in their place, perhaps. There's just a very, like, serious and intimidating energy from you guys. That's what people think of you when they first meet you. A lot of you guys in this pile could be Scorpio risings or have Pluto in the first house, because it is giving that. Maybe even Pluto conjunct the ascendant. It's going to be even more intense, the energy is, if that's the case. But yeah. What else? Oh, we got focus on yourself. Yeah, again, people see you as someone who's not really worried or bothered about meeting other people, speaking to other people, getting to know other people. They just feel like you're focused on yourself. Like in any given situation, let's say you're at work, you're just there to work, you're not there to socialize. Or let's say you're just, running errands, out about running errands, you're not there to speak, you're not there to make small talk, you're just focused on what you're doing. That's what people think of you when they first meet you. So there's not really much room. People think that there's not much room to maybe introduce themselves and get to know you when they first meet you. There's not much of an opening that you leave. And that I feel like that's purposeful. And they can tell that that's purposeful. Then we've got inner child. Despite all of this energy, there's a certain level of youthfulness or liveliness or innocence within you. So this could be moments where you're laughing at something, or moments when you're joking around with people, or moments when something has piqued your interest. There's just an energy here that most people would associate with a childlike energy, but in a positive way. So it seems like despite all of this intimidating energy that you give off, people do see your inner child regardless. People see some type of childlike energy that you still hold on to, whether it's your excitability, again, when something piques your interest, or whether it's I don't know. There's just something very childlike and youthful about you. Okay. You could definitely have a baby face, or you could definitely look young for your age, because people see you as kind of like a baby-faced, intimidating person, So your energy is very heavy, your energy is very thick and intense, but your physical appearance, I feel, is very youthful or not very intimidating. It's like you're full of why can't I say that word? Juxtaposed energy. I was going to say juxtapositioned energy, but since my tongue doesn't want to work properly, cool. What else? What do people think of Pal 3s when they first meet Pal 3? We got move smarter. There's something here about people seeing you as crafty, because I'm seeing Swiper the Fox in my mind's eye. You have a very sly energy, but people don't see this as a bad thing. People see this as you just are smart enough to get certain things done without having to put in as much effort as others, or you're someone who knows how to just bypass a lot of BS that a lot of other people have to put effort and energy into. I don't know what this is about, but if this is at work, for example, you might find a way to get away with not doing as much work as other people. You still get your work done, but you don't work as hard as other people. You move in a smart way. You're very calculated as well. Yeah, so that's why I'm picking up on Swiper the Fox or the sly energy. You're very calculated for the sake of being more intelligent, more efficient with something. Yeah. Then we got nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. What am I getting from this? People might think that you feel like nobody cares about you. But at the same time, people might also think that you don't really care about other people. You might think that this energy goes both ways. They might assume that that's your perspective, that you don't care about others, they don't care about you. And that's why you keep yourself to yourself. This is just people's perspectives on you. It doesn't have to be correct, but that's how you're coming across to other people. Okay? People's perspectives are vastly different to our own a lot of the time. But you could definitely give off the energy where you don't care about others and you don't feel like others care about you, but you don't care about others, so it doesn't affect you that others don't care about you, if that makes sense. Then we got new life chapter. It seems like people view you, what people think of you when they first meet you is someone who's constantly on to the next best thing, constantly focused on the future and where you want to be. So it seems like you don't really have much time for small talk or connecting with others. It's like you're just so focused on yourself and where you want to be in the future. They see you as kind of like a trailblazer, someone who's definitely going to be successful, someone who's definitely going to get to where they want to be, because you don't fill your time up with connecting with others like they do. Okay. One last card. What do people think of you when they first meet you? Pile 3. What do people think of you when they first meet you? Pile 3. You got haunting. Yeah, it's like you're a ghost. Okay? It's like you're a ghost, because you might pop up and then disappear, then pop up again. People might struggle to not think about you, or they might struggle to not find themselves occupied with focusing on you in some type of way. It's almost like the more you focus on yourself, the more other people focus on you. That probably isn't ideal for you, but it's almost like your energy won't leave people alone. And I don't think you do this on purpose. I think just your energy going towards yourself, it almost creates like a vacuum energetically. So it's like a black hole, you know? It's like you giving energy towards yourself, going within to yourself, makes other people gravitate towards you. And it's because they can't seem to shake your energy off. This could be someone that like you work with at work that you barely ever speak to, or that you barely know, but they always pay attention to you. They're always noticing what you're doing, where you're going. Or like, let's say this is someone who you just see around your local area. It's like they pay more attention to you than they do to anyone else on average. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Pile 3. If you would like to book a personal reading, then the link for that would be in the description box below. If you would like to check out the Patreon, then please do. There's a very small collective of people on the Patreon right now. So if you would like readings that are more specific and catered to you, then go subscribe to the Patreon, because I'll be able to pick up on specific energies over there a lot better than I do here. And what else? I think that's it. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next reading.